Alright, so here we're making two lids for the two ponds that I have. We got a bunch of 2x4s here and we're ready to cut them up. First off, we're making 4 frames and then hinging them together, 2 at a time for each lid. So we cut the length of one and now we're cutting the width. So the length was like 51 inches, the width was 25 1/4, because we were taking into account the width of the hinge. So once we got that, we cut 45-degree angles into all the pieces of wood so that we could fit them all together. We had some in-strap metal tie-ins, I guess they're called. I don't really know. But here's the pieces of wood cut to 45 degrees. We had actually bought like all the ones that were there, but we happened to have a couple extra just laying around. They only had 8 at the store, so we had to use what we had. This is the first frame completed of 4. The plan is to have it open up halfway. So here, we've already connected the hinges. They're on the bottom of this, but this is the bottom side here. And then we stapled the metal mesh on the bottom side. I built a little hole there so that I could fit the water bridge and the filtration system so that I could keep both of the ponds in one system. When we make the other side, it's basically going to be the same thing but mirrored. So this was the first frame completed here. We had put the handles on. It's just some pieces of wood cut at 45-degree angles. This is what it looked like on the pond. They can open up fully all the way to the other side, but they won't slip off because I built them wider than the pond so that we could have these lips here. That basically protects it from coming off the pond. I forgot to mention, but there's a lot of herons and raccoons where I live, so I needed to make sure it was predator proof so they couldn't get in. This lid is actually supposed to go on that side because of the hole on that pond over there, but it's on here just for fitting purposes. They can basically open all the way, which is great when you need to go down and reach to the bottom, clean things up, or find turtles or anything. Gets sunlight directly for maybe 10 hours a day, but then when it's like noon or so, then the shade starts to come in. Here's the second lid. We had already created the 2 frames. Things got a lot faster and easier once we figured out exactly what we wanted to do. We hadn't cut the corner off of that mesh yet. This is both of them completed. You can see that the holes there, they have the water bridge there, connecting both systems so that the water level will always stay the same. And then the filter takes from one side and outputs to the other. And it basically makes one big system, almost a 300-gallon system. But you can keep the turtles separate. So if you have multiple breeding groups, you can keep them breeding with what you want them to breed with. Some people wanted me to explain how to build these basking areas and stuff, but maybe I'll show that later.